Hello, love. I am so happy to be back with you. This is an exciting time. Here we are. Can you even believe it? We're almost through June. I know. I am just still. I feel like this year, if you're anything like me, like this year has just flown by. I mean, there is some science, ladies, but I don't know. I wanted to slow down maybe a bit. So exciting. We are open. Ladies, Transform Boss is open. We are open until Monday, June 26th. So if you are listening to this today through Monday, June 26th, come join us. Transform Boss is really where I have taken all my expertise and created this elite weight loss program that is so much more than a weight loss program. I really want to help women live their best lives in a body that they love and in a way that they can always do. Because I want ladies, I want you to get off the diet roller coaster, truly, to get off this up and down and all over the place and restriction and dieting and looking for the next thing. It's so much drama, really. I know because I was on it for almost 38 years and it was just this constant pull on my brain. I carried so much shame and guilt around food. If I ate a cookie, I was like, oh, who's watching? And I just know that there is a different way. And that's what I teach. And, ladies who come into Transform Boss, it's this process of learning how to show up for themselves, how to reconnect with their bodies, how to start to believe different things and change their mindset. And it is just an amazing process. And I like to keep things simple and doable. That is also just a really big part of Transform Boss. So you can go to jointransformboss.com. We are open. I know. So many fun things going on. So we are approaching the 200th episode. I'll say, rate and review it on iTunes. Just email our support. So it's support@beeflycoaching.com. And we're going to give away a couple of cool prize packages with my favorite things. I know. So fun. Even if you're not on iTunes or you don't have an Apple device, you still can actually rate it and review it. You can even do it on a laptop. The deadline to do this is July 4th. So simple. Okay, my loves. So I love today's episode because I really wish I would have known like this concept or really thought about this 30 years ago. It's so important. And this is something over the next bit with all of my ladies who are in Transform Boss that we're working on. So I've been reading this book by Dan Sullivan, and it's called The 25-Year Framework, I think. And what I loved about it so much was we are wired and programmed to look at today. So much of our brain is just, either living in the past and what we cannot change, or I get pleasure today, so I'm going to give in to all my hopes and dreams and all the things because today, right? So we do live in this kind of instant gratification. And so this is just important to know. So this is a business book, this 25-year framework, but I love it. And what I love so much about it is this idea of looking. And I've taught about future self and all, many things like that, because I do believe in looking into the future so that you can start to see, what do you want? What do you want to dream of? How do you want to create and curate your life? I think for so many of us when we're younger, so like high school, college age, we're looking at our future and we're planning it and we're thinking about it. And then we start to hit some of these milestones, whatever they may be for you. And then we just get into this like rut, like this is my life and this is my body. And so what happens is over time, we just stop dreaming. We stop looking at what we want and we make decisions for in the moment, not decisions for our 5, 10, 15, 25 years out self. So it leads me into today's episode because for 38 years, 8 years old and up, I was on the diet roller coaster. And the diet roller coaster was just this up and down, on a diet, off a diet, maintaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. It was just this cycle of always worried about my weight. It was never good enough. Even if I lost weight, my body wasn't good enough. I could always lose, 20 more pounds. It just was this. Oh, ladies. I mean, it just was this circle of just frustration, shame, guilt. As I've done this work on myself, and I realized how much brain energy, how much time, money, all of the things I invested in things that were these quick fixes. And I remember being on the diet roller coaster and just wanting out of pain. And so what happened is I wanted out of pain. I thought if I could just lose this weight, if I could just do it fast enough, then I would feel better and then my life would change. But it really kept me on the diet roller coaster. I think about all the diets and the things that we have been socialized to believe. I do remember, when I read like the disclosures for any of the big programs, it'd say, 1 to 2 pounds a week is good. I'll tell you right now, my brain was like 1 to 2 pounds. I can do 5, right? Like, no way. Like, I got to get this weight off 1 to 2 pounds. No way. I mean, that's what my brain did. I think about Biggest Loser. So I'm sure many of you, it was a show that was on television. They would take folks away for 3 months and it was a competition. And I remember in those people losing 10, 20, 30 pounds in 1 week. And so what happened was, even in my own brain, without realizing it, it started to create these unrealistic expectations, and it prolonged my success. It prolonged me from getting off the diet roller coaster because I kept thinking, if I just was good enough, if I just was strict enough, if I just beat myself up enough, if I could just lose the weight, then everything would be fine. But ladies, I was on the diet roller coaster for 38 years. It didn't help me. Thinking about losing 5, 10, hurrying up, and if I can just lose all my weight in the next 6 months or 9 months, I never could get to a year in my brain because it just seemed like so long. But you ladies know a year goes fast. 38 of them went pretty darn fast. And now time is speeding up. In Transform Boss, I really teach ladies how to focus on the process and the successes and wins that they're having versus the number on the scale. This is how they lose weight for the last time. Today's episode is really about the time pressure that we put on ourselves. I need to lose this weight for a wedding. I need to lose this weight before summer. I need to lose this weight if I'm a teacher before I go back to school. I need to lose this weight before my, family comes and visits me. I need to lose weight, whatever it is. And I need to get it off quickly. But I just need right now, if I've lost, I want you to just hear what I am saying. That I need to get it off fast, and then I will be this miraculous new person, is what actually keeps you on the diet roller coaster. When you're focused on the number on the scale, when you're focused on the pounds that you lose every week. I mean, it was so interesting because one of my members was talking about how, she had struggled with getting on the scale like 5 times a day. And I could so relate to that because I remember I didn't eat or I ate really good. And so I should have lost weight. So I jump on the scale. And it was just, ladies, I did this so many times because I was so focused on the number on the scale. What all of that did was actually delay my progress, and it just kept me looping. Because when you feel pressure, when you put this pressure on yourself to be perfect, to restrict, to, hey, you can't have that, that's bad, then what happens is you don't do anything. There's so many ladies who want to join Transform Boss and they don't because they're so scared that they will fail. They're so scared that, oh, what if I can't do this? Then this, then I'll be in really big trouble. And I want to just relieve you of that pressure because losing weight can feel good. When you really trust the process and you start to, focus on, okay, today, this is the one thing I'm going to do. Today, this is the, you know, piece of the process I'm focused on, then you will start to lose this time pressure. This number on the scale will mean less. And this is crazy because right now you're like, Shannon, but how will I lose weight? This is what I know. I know for sure. When you focus on the process, you focus on your successes, you will have more scale success. When you are focused on, I've got to get this off, I'm going to restrict, I'm going to do all the things, I have to do all the things, even ladies who come into Transform Boss, it is one of the things, I say this 1,000 times, one thing, do one thing. Because what happens is ladies will like delay their progress or even beginning once they've joined because they think they have to do all the things. I tell you, ladies, it's just in our brains. You just have to know this about yourself. You have to know that you're going to want to do all the things, but that's going to keep you from having success. It's going to delay your progress. Release the time pressure, release the number of pounds per week. Just release it. Focus on the process of reconnecting to your body, becoming the scientist of your body. Focus on learning to believe new things about yourself and the process. In Transform Boss, we have 3 basics, and I help ladies start with one. They focus on one part of one. And in July, we are going into the eating basics. How do you start to learn to have a different relationship with food? How do you start to reconnect with your body so you can know when you've had enough, or even when you're physically hungry versus emotionally hungry? So in July, we're focused on the eating basics. Ladies are going to focus on one piece of the process, and we're going to celebrate all the wins and all the successes that they have. So here is my take on the pressure of time and perfectionism. Time pressure and this thought, I need to do all the things perfectly, will keep you on the diet roller coaster. The reason why I know is because of 1, I experienced it. 2, I watch my clients experience. 3, look at all the stats of people who lose weight for the long term. 2, lose it, lose the time, lose the pressure of it, just lose it and focus on the process. One thing. And then celebrate your wins that are non-numerical. So today I ate on plan. Today I checked in with my hunger. Today I drank my water. Today I focused on one piece of the process and celebrate those wins. And lastly, come join us. Come join us in Transform Boss. And you can go to jointransformboss.com. We'd love to have you. We close the doors on Monday, June 26th, and then we'll open again sometime in the fall. All right, my loves, lose the time pressure. It just keeps you on the diet roller coaster. It keeps you from achieving all your dreams and all your goals. This I know for sure. And next week, have you ever had this thought that you thought your life would be different? I know. Maybe you're still hanging on to something. Ooh, you don't want to miss next week's episode. All right. Bye for now, love.